There is a quiet confession that millions of working adults carry but rarely talk about. It usually happens when the house is finally silent. The dishes are done, the unread emails are temporarily ignored, and the exhaustion of another demanding week sits heavy behind your eyes. You know you should sleep, but you don't. Instead, you open your computer. You launch a game made of primitive, pixelated cubes. You click singleplayer. And then Daniel Rosenfeld's piano begins to play. Just a few lonely, echoing notes drifting through the quiet room. You look out at an endless, blocky horizon. The sun is setting behind square clouds. A low, pixelated wind blows across an empty ocean. And right there, in the dark glow of your monitor, something profound occurs. Your chest loosens. Your breathing deepens. The persistent, low-frequency hum of anxiety that you didn't even realize you were carrying suddenly goes dead silent. We joke about the 2-week Minecraft phase, how grown adults with careers, mortgages, and complex lives suddenly vanish into a block world for 14 days straight. We dismiss it as mere nostalgia. We call it a guilty pleasure. We are completely wrong. You did not come back to Minecraft to play a video game. You came back because your soul is starving for a world that makes sense. Consider what modern adult life actually asks of your brain every single day. In the modern world, nothing is ever truly finished. You pay off one bill and 3 more arrive. You clear your inbox, and by morning it is overflowing again. You finish a grueling project at work, and your reward is simply a heavier project next week. Psychologists call this the Zeigarnik Effect, taken to its most toxic extreme. Your brain is trapped in a perpetual state of unresolved cognitive tension. You are always in the middle of something. You are never allowed to arrive. Even worse, your labor in the real world is almost entirely abstract. You spend 8 hours typing symbols into a glowing rectangle, but at the end of the day, you cannot hold what you made in your hands. You cannot shelter beneath it. You cannot show your mind physical, undeniable evidence that your existence today mattered. Now, look at what happens the second you spawn onto a Minecraft beach. In this world, there are no unread messages. There are no performance reviews. There is no invisible algorithm tracking your attention, trying to monetize your insecurities. And most importantly, things are allowed to be finished. If you punch an oak tree, 4 blocks of wood fall to the earth. If you assemble 4 wooden planks, you have a crafting table. If you dig into stone, cobblestone enters your inventory. Every single action has a clean, immediate, and unambiguous consequence. Causality here is pure. When you place a block on the ground, it does not renegotiate its terms tomorrow. It does not send you a meeting invite to discuss its feelings. It stays precisely where you put it. To a human nervous system exhausted by the endless ambiguity of modern society, the rigid geometry of a simple cube is nothing short of medicinal. It is the restoration of tangible agency. It is proof that you can take disorder and with your own 2 hands turn it into quiet harmony. Then there is the second illness of our time, the curse of the invisible audience. We live in a culture where we have forgotten how to experience anything in private. We photograph our food before we taste it. We document our vacations for people we barely know. We track our morning habits, quantify our workouts, and constantly polish the external image of our lives. Without even realizing it, we have become performers in our own existence. We live under the crushing psychological weight of constantly being perceived. A single-player Minecraft world is the only place left where you are entirely unperceived. In an infinite, procedurally generated universe, you are the only human being alive. There is no one to impress. There is no one to disappoint. There is no one to judge the symmetry of your roof or the speed of your harvest. When you spend 3 quiet hours building a lighthouse on an isolated island in the middle of an empty digital ocean, you are doing something radical. You are creating something that no other human eye will ever see. And in that private, unwitnessed creation, you rediscover the pure, sacred joy of intrinsic value. You build it not because it will bring you status, followers, or praise. You build it simply because you wanted it to exist. And finally, consider the ancient magic of nightfall. The sun dips below the horizon. The shadows lengthen. In the dark forest outside, hostile creatures begin to spawn. You step inside your small wooden shelter. You shut the door. You place a solitary torch on the wall, casting a warm yellow light across your wooden floor. You click your bed, and in 5 silent seconds the dark passes and a new morning arrives. Do you know what that is? That is the ancient memory of our ancestors sleeping around a cave fire, safe from the predators of the dark. It is the basic biological contract that modern life has broken, the promise that when night falls, the work is done, you are safe, and you are allowed to rest without guilt. We do not return to Minecraft because we want to be children again. We return because we want to be human again. We want a world where hard work produces tangible beauty. We want a space where we are allowed to be alone without feeling lonely. We want a life where we can close the door, light a small fire, and rest knowing that we have done enough. The lesson of Minecraft is not that you should abandon your real life for a computer screen. The lesson is that your soul has limits. Your mind was never built to endure endless noise, infinite demands, and perpetual performance. You need quiet corners in your real life. You need tasks that have a beginning and an end. You need moments of unwitnessed joy, where you make things just because they are beautiful to you. Take a slow, deep breath. Step out of the noise. Put down the heavy burden of trying to impress a world that is not paying attention anyway. Build a small circle of peace around your life. Light a quiet torch in the dark. And remember, a meaningful life is not something you conquer all at once. It is something you build quietly, 1 block at a time. If these words brought a moment of stillness to your heart today, subscribe to The Gentle Mind. You are always welcome in this quiet corner of the world.